Okay, look, I'm not going to waste any of your time and I'm just hop right into it. The reason why you stopped making progress on self improvement is because you stopped doing the things that made you progress in the first place and got you here in the first place. And let me give you a story, or let me tell you a story of how this happened to me and how I was able to solve this problem. So I run a B2B cold email lead generation agency, and what happened to me was recently for my clients, my emails ended up landing in spam. And if you know anything about cold emails in general, if you're offering lead generation as a service via cold email and your emails are landing in spam, that's absolutely horrible. That's kind of like being a basketball coach and you're offering you're coaching other people on basketball, but you can't hit a three to make your life. Or let's say that's kind of like if you're a chef and you're offering people, hey, I can make you a better cook, but your meals are absolutely ass, right? It's just the service that you're providing is horrible, essentially, at that point. So the way I went about solving this problem was, okay, my emails are landing in spam, so I think what I should do is I should adjust the copy. Maybe I should use GPT to come up with some fancy angle and just frame it this way and, move around the offer like this, like this, like this. And a few days go by of me, messing around with the copy and still nothing, nada. My emails are still landing in spam. And at this point, I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I do? Right? And the answer for me that I came up with was I need to go back to the basics. I need to go back to what got me here in the first place. And for cold email, what got me here in the first place, the basics were essentially, 3 to 4 key steps. 1, keep the amount of emails that you send every single day under 30. 2, clean your lead list. 3, keep your email account on warm up. And 4, let's say, send relevant messages, right? And the way I went about solving my emails landing in spam was I applied these 4 things, right? Primarily, it was the first one because I was sending out too many emails with each account. But as soon as I applied these 4 things, these basics that I thought I was better than, my email stopped landing in spam. And I started making progress by booking my client meetings, right? So for you, let's say, you've been meditating and you've been more present while you talk to people, you're on your phone less, you're enjoying life, but recently you fell off, let's say. Or let's say, you've been going to the gym, you started making progress, you're getting some bicep veins, what I'm saying? Or let's say you got a girlfriend. Let's say, you've been going to the gym for a while and you got a girlfriend, right? But recently you fell off from the gym, you haven't been as consistent with your diet, you haven't been going as much, you've been skipping leg day like a pussy, right? Let's say that's happening to you, right? And you're wondering, okay, why the fuck did I fall off? Like, what has happened recently that has caused me to fall off? And the answer that you're searching for, my friend, is probably because your foundation is fucked up. You're not doing the things that got you here in the first place, right? You've gone away from the basics, and the basics is what made all the progress for you in the first place, right? Imagine your self-improvement journey is like a building, right? Let's say like the Empire State Building, right? If the foundation of the Empire State Building is fucked up, the entire building collapses, right? And the same thing applies to your self-improvement journey. If your foundation is fucked up of you not waking up early, or you not going to the gym, or you not doing any type of physical exercise, or you're not consistent with your diet or meditation, whatever it may be for you, if your foundation is not good, then the entire building collapses. So what you need to do is you need to go back to your foundation, to your basics, because they're what made all the progress for you in the first place, right? So start from the basics. So instead of doing, let's say, 10-minute meditations every single day, which you fell off of, do 5. Instead of doing 2-hour workouts every single day, do 1, right? And this is where your ego will come in, and your ego will be like, Nah, what? I'm used to, 2, 3 hour workouts. Why the fuck am I doing this pussy ass 1 hour workout, right? Or nah, I meditated 10 minutes or 20 minutes before. Why do I gotta start with 5, right? And your ego will try to be like, nah, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. Because that certainly happened to me, right? My ego in my head, I was like, oh, I'm the cold email guy. Why do I gotta like do all this basic stuff? I already know all this stuff. But in reality, I wasn't applying the basics. I wasn't applying the foundation. And for me, as soon as I applied the foundation, I was able to do it. So for you, what you need to do is you need to look at the foundation, right? Your ego will come in and you'll say, no, there is a reason why I fell off on my self improvement journey, or why I've been stuck, or why I've stopped making progress on my self improvement journey. And the reason why is because I've gotten away from my foundation. I wasn't consistent with my foundation. So why not make it easier on myself to start low and go high, right? It's kind of like the kind of like the concept of progressive overload. Start low, start with the lower weight, start with 25s, then go to 50s, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what you need to do when your ego comes in. So I say all of this to say, check your foundation. Don't forget what made you progress here in the first place, and keep doing the basics. Because again, the basics, whatever it may be for you, the non-negotiables, because everybody has different non-negotiables depending on the person. For me, let's say it's meditation, working out, taking walks, um, running, sprinting, that type of thing. If I don't do some of these things daily, or at least a few times a week, that's when I start to fall off. For you, it could be something else. For you, it could be training for your sport, reading, going to the gym, working on your business, whatever it may be, taking a cold shower, even whatever it may be for you. Keep doing that, because those little things like that add up, and eventually you will be able to make progress again, and you'll be able to conquer all of your goals. I know this is a shorter video, but this is just something that was on my mind recently, because again, the basics are very important, and if you stray away from them, then and your ego tries to make you bigger than what you actually are, you will fail, or you will basically plateau. So I know it's a shorter video, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.